So, let's talk about something that has completely changed the game of international business. We're going to break down how pretty much any business, no matter where it is, can get on the world stage. We're really going to tackle one big question. How does a local producer become a global powerhouse in today's world?
I mean, think about it. How does a business in Dhaka actually find a buyer all the way over in Brazil? A few years ago, that would have meant super expensive trade shows, relying on middlemen, and honestly, a whole lot of luck. But today, the game is completely different. And the answer? Well, it lies in one simple, absolutely massive number.
5.56 billion. That's a staggering number, right? By early 2025, that's how many people will be online. We're talking nearly 70% of the entire world's population, all connected, all searching, and all ready to do business. That path from Dhaka to Brazil, or really from anywhere to everywhere, it's officially digital.
And hey, don't think for a second this is just for stuff you buy on Amazon. The entire B2B world, bulk orders, international supply chains, it has firmly moved online. Almost half of all B2B spending is digital now. What that means is your next huge client probably isn't at some trade fair. They're online right now, looking for you.
Okay, so navigating this gigantic digital marketplace can feel, well, a little overwhelming. If the internet is this huge, chaotic ocean, you're going to need a really good navigator. So let's take a look at how one organization, Trade and Investment Bangladesh, we'll call them TNIB, is charting the course for businesses.
TNI's mission is just crystal clear. Take local businesses and give them the tools to compete on a global scale. They're kind of a hybrid. One part sharp business consultancy, one part savvy digital marketing agency, and they're designed specifically for the challenges of international trade in the 21st century. The expertise behind this whole mission is really key. The founder, MD Joynal Abdin, has seen global trade from every single angle, from empowering small businesses on the ground to shaping national policy, and now leading the charge with TNIB. That journey creates this incredible blend of real-world understanding and high-level strategy. Their whole vision really boils down to this powerful three-step process. First, empower the entrepreneur. Second, accelerate their growth with smart, modern strategies. And finally, connect them to the entire global economy. Simple, but so effective.
All right, so how do they actually pull this off? Well, their whole approach is built on this really solid framework they call the 4 pillars of growth.
See, what's so smart about this is that instead of just a menu of services, their pillars are designed to solve the exact problems that businesses run into. Don't have a clear strategy? That's where business consultancy comes in. No website? That's IT services. Feel like you're invisible to buyers? Digital marketing. Operations are a mess? Specialized services. It's a problem-first approach, which is just brilliant.
And within each of those pillars, you've got the actual tools for the job. It's a mix of the big picture stuff, like export matchmaking, and the absolute essentials, like building a great website. But they also cover these crucial details that a lot of people miss, like actually doing due diligence on potential partners, or even just digitizing business cards to build a real usable contact list. It's the whole shebang, a complete toolkit for global trade.
All right, so we've seen the what. Now let's get into the how. Let's dive into some of the core strategies from their playbook that honestly any exporter can start using today. I mean, the difference here is just night and day. The old way of exporting, it was expensive, you were limited by geography, and it was kind of a guessing game to see what worked. The digital way offers global reach for a cost you can actually control. Your business is visible 24/7 to buyers in any time zone, and, this is huge, you can measure exactly what's working, which means much, much shorter sales cycles.
Successful digital exporting isn't random. It follows a predictable system. It all starts with visibility, so buyers can actually find you. From there, you build trust through your professionalism. That trust leads to an inquiry, which you then convert into an order, and ultimately, you build a real relationship for repeat orders. It's a funnel.
And here are 3 incredibly high-impact ways to make that formula work. First, master international SEO. You've got to think like your buyer. They're not searching for your company's name. They're searching for a solution, something like Jute Bag Supplier Bangladesh. You have to be the answer they find. Second, build a website that sells. It's not a brochure, it's a tool. It needs clear photos, text specs, and really obvious calls to action that make it easy for a buyer to get in touch. And third, and this is so important, use video to build trust. A simple 30-second phone video of your team packing an order can build more trust than some glossy brochure because it's real. It proves you're a real operational business. So, when you put all these pieces together,
the strategy, the tools, the playbook. It reveals what the real goal is here. And believe me, this is about way more than just marketing.
Look, this isn't about posting on social media sometimes and hoping for the best. The real goal is to build a reliable, predictable system, one that moves way beyond one-off sales and actually creates sustainable, long-term partnerships with buyers all across the globe. The data couldn't be clearer. Right now, this very second, your next global customer is online, searching for a supplier. The only question left is, are you the one they're going to find?